This is taught to me by a rabbi when I went to seminary, Rabbi Gelman, and when we're looking at, he's looking at the menorah light from a Kabbalistic perspective. Now, from a Kabbalistic, that's the mystical aspect of Judaism, right? Every letter in the word has a meaning. So we're going to do Chanukah. Every letter has a meaning, right? So we're going to do the meaning of this menorah for today, for all of us as a community.
Kindle within us the light of compassion.
Divine light within us fills us with compassion and love for others, all creation, and ourselves.
H. We kindle within us the light of humor.
The light within us helps us not take ourselves and life's challenges too seriously. We lighten up and bless the world with gifts of laughter.
A. We kindle the light within us with appreciation.
The light within us fills us with appreciation and gratitude for the many blessings in our lives. We express our appreciation directly through words and actions by giving generously of ourselves.
And we kindle within us the light of Namaste.
Divine light within us, we recognize and honor the divinity in ourselves and everyone we meet.
U. We kindle within us the light of understanding.
Divine light within us seeks to understand rather than judge others and ourselves. Our understanding flowers into compassion, appreciation, and finally love for all the world.
K. We kindle within us the light of kindness.
Divine light teaches us to be kind and gentle with everyone. We treat each person as though he or she were marked human being, handled with caring.
A. We kindle within us the light of aliveness.
Divine light within us fills us with vitality, wonder, enthusiasm, and delight. We are vibrant and healthy, active, involved, and joyfully alive.
H. We kindle within us the light of happiness.
Divine light within us awakens us to the truth that God's will for us is perfect happiness, peace, and the fulfillment of our deepest heart's desire. We open ourselves to the wellsprings of joy that lie deep within, and we share our happiness with all the world. Together, our hearts are ablaze with divine light. Let us join together that the light of peace and love may shine and radiate joy over all the earth. Amen.
So, is there anybody here who could not relate to a menorah lighting now? Right? That's the idea. We bring it all back to the idea. So every time you go around and you see a menorah lit somewhere in some window, you can maybe say to yourself, oh, I wonder what letter it is today. Right? What letter is it today, and how am I doing? How am I doing in my sense of compassion? How am I doing with my sense of humor? How am I doing with my sense of appreciation, of namaste awareness? Of course, he's a rabbi of an interfaith seminary, so he throws in all these other pieces in there. How am I doing with my sense of understanding, of kindness, of my sense of aliveness, really appreciating the miracle of the day, the miracle that we all experienced the first thing this morning, and that miracle is we woke up. Hello, that's a miracle. We have the grace, the blessing to be alive. alive today, to come together to celebrate, to be joyous. So that is something to really think about and to say thank you for. A lot of times we forget. We might wake up in the morning and the first thought we go is, oh, is it morning already? Or we might say, what day is it and what do I have to do? Instead of saying thank you, right? Thank you. The most important thing, to appreciate that sense of aliveness and that we are alive in here. And all of these things come about to help us be happier human beings, enjoying our lives more. This is the idea of the celebrations, to awaken us up. And there's a lot of things that go along with Hanukkah. I mean, Hanukkah is not a very prevalent holiday in the Jewish tradition. It's become that way more, especially in the United States, to kind of, correspond with all of the winter solstice, actually, and Christmas, and the whole idea of light returning, and the idea of remembering the miracle of a light returning, and the miracle of light being here for us. And the thing that really gets me most with this holiday is the concept of trust. We say, oh, a miracle happened here, but really it was the trust that the people had at the time. First of all, to trust that their faith was enough and something worth fighting for. That's a question we should ask within our own hearts and our own selves. Is my spirituality, is my journey worth fighting for? And the person or the persons that we need to fight the most is our own daily mundaneness. Right? That is the obstacle that we most have to face within ourselves, to say, is it worth fighting for? Right? The sadness, the hardness, the dreariness. We have a day today that appears dreary at first glance. When we forget the miracle that we woke up, when we forget the miracle that we have a new season to welcome in and a mystery that is here for us. I love gray days. Gray is mystery. Gray is all about that whole misty, mysterious wondering of what possibly could be next in my life. It's also a day that makes us go, as the winter season that is upon us comes out, it's a day that says, go deeper, go inside, right? Because that light of trust made the light sustainable. And that's what sustains us in our lives. It's the trust in our faith and keeping that light alive. Now, it's done in lights. The interesting thing about the menorah, it's not supposed to be a light that's supposed to shine the room and make the room brighter. It's to use light in a different way. Use light to go deeper within. That's why we did what we did here with the readings. But also think about when you look at a flame. To look at that flame for another purpose. Not that that flame is going to light the darkness in the room, which it does, but maybe to let that light the darkness within ourselves. So, think about it when you look at a flame. When you look at a flame, it's not just flame. There's actually layers to a flame. Right? There's that outer layer that's like the aura around you, right? That light, that higher light that's there, the white light. And then there's this flickering light in between, right underneath it, that kind of changes color a little bit. And then there's that red light that's there. And if you look very closely at a flame with a candle, right where the place where the flame hits the wick, it looks like there's nothing there at all. Now, I know you're all going to have to go home and look at candles. Just like we need to go home and look at ourselves a little more closely. And what is that light that we have within ourselves? And all of those parts of that flame represent that we have all parts to ourselves. But over it all is that flaming light that is around us, that is sustaining us and helping us and is being there for us. No matter if we're flickering a little, no matter if we're going back and forth with what colors and what we want and who we think we are, no matter when we think of the emptiness and the nothing, like nothing is happening in our lives, but that is the place where the wick is hitting the flame. That place where we think nothing's happening, like we're disconnected, like nothing is going on, but that place is right there, within the flame, the light. A miracle is happening here, deep within your heart, deep within your soul, placed there by the divine itself. Our job is to remember the miracle of it. Our job, bless you, is to remember to take the time to trust in that light that has been put there for us and to keep that light ablaze, not just for 8 days, but for every day that we live, to be alive and enthusiastic. You know, we did a lot of work with Eckhart Tolle in The Power of Now, and he talks about being in the presence, and being in the presence is about enthusiasm. Last week we talked of Rumi and all of the sacred poetry and the spinning that was going on, and you got to see a little blooper if you were here, and he mentioned it. But it was all about just really turning in that ecstasy and being present for the enthusiastic possibilities of living, of really being alive. And that comes from being totally present. When I'm present, I have all those pieces of that flame connected, burning, alive, and I can be in that so-called nothingness, knowing that that grace is surrounding me and sparkling out colors, or I can be a little more gray and quiet and into myself. But I know that all that light is ablazing and burning. It all comes back to trust, to trust, to trust. A miracle happens every second of every day. Are we alive enough? Are we awake enough? Are we appreciative enough to recognize that? And are we brave enough, trusting enough to allow ourselves to go past the monotony, to go past the negativity, to walk through those doors of doubt, to live that fire, that flame of light, of love. So this holiday, we have the Maccabees who were then, they took that trust and they faced the Greek army. The Greek army at that time, the Greeks, they were rulers of the whole known earth at that time. That was an amazing feat. Not by might or right, but by my spirit, says the Lord. Not because we think we're strong enough. Not because we think we're righteous enough, but because we have trusted in the flame. We kindled the flame within us. That's why we did that chant today. Let that flame be kindled within me. Let my light burn bright. We hunger. You gotta hunger for it. You gotta really want it. You gotta, I mean, it's there. It's there. It's always there. But we won't see it. We won't see it. That is what has been given us to do ourselves. To make the choice. How blessed is this divine presence, this energy that is here for us, that it never forces. It simply is consistent, strong, eternal, never ending, but beckoning and calling. A miracle is here. The light sustains. The light is available for you. Trust. And then go out and Let your light shine bright, and let the miracle of Hanukkah be experienced in all